News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Medicaid expansion gets the waiver it's waiting for. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It is Tuesday, November 3rd, 2015. While many areas around Montana are getting snow right now, it's cloudy and 32 degrees in Missoula. We do have a bit of a winter weather advisory, especially in the mountains around the Bitterroot area. A winter weather advisory until 5 o'clock this afternoon. But here in the Missoula area, pretty much just clouds. We do have a 60% chance of light rain or snow before the end of the day. Our newscast this morning, sponsored by Kootenai Creek Village, the maintenance-free active adult community in Stevensville. Call 777-5387. Top story this morning, the HELP Act, passed by the 2015 Montana legislature, received approval from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services yesterday. According to Governor Bullock's health policy advisor, Tara Veazey, Montana's Medicaid expansion plan needed federal approval because of its use of a third-party administrator, namely Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
The federal government hasn't ever seen a system of delivery that looks exactly like that, so we had to get approval for that. And then we also had to get approval for some of the cost-sharing provisions that were in the HELP Act that require people on the program to pay a small amount of their income toward premiums and co-pays.
The expansion should include everyone under 138% of the federal poverty level, which is roughly $16,000 per year of an individual, $33,000 for a family of four. Veazey says enrollment can begin right away.
People can start enrolling today. In fact, I believe people are enrolling as we speak at healthcare.gov. That is, they will be able to check to see if they're eligible and get enrolled in the program for services to begin on January 1st of 2016.
So far, 20 states have chosen not to expand. Montana is the only state in 2015 so far to choose to do so. A Helena man accused of starting wildfires that caused nearly $1 million in damage has received a 40-year suspended sentence. The Independent Record newspaper reports Frederick Maw was sentenced Monday in order to continue mental health treatment. He had previously entered Alford pleas to 2 felony charges of arson. An Alford plea doesn't admit guilt but concedes there's enough evidence for a conviction. Ma was arrested in May of 2013 for sparking 20 fires in Lewis and Clark and Broadwater counties. Authorities say the then 18-year-old was found at one of the fire sites wearing firefighting gear, holding a trigger-operated lighter. Court documents say Ma told police he was a contract firefighter and had intended to fight the fires. The Montana legislature has mandated new immunization requirements for school children. Health Officer Ellen Leahy with the Missoula City County Health Department explains the urgency behind expanded hours at the immunization clinic.
Because Montana is almost a decade behind in passing this law, the kids that would have gotten these 2 shots, one is a chicken pox, the other is whooping cough, at different grade levels as they were growing up. The whole school district has to get caught up.
Leahy says there'll be special clinic hours, again next Monday and again Saturday, to get students caught up with immunizations.
The after-school hours, we have some extra staffing, some extra ways to look up records. That seems to be a bottleneck for a lot of parents. We're going to do the same thing next Monday, and then we're going to have an appointment-only clinic. We usually walk in, but an appointment-only clinic on Saturday, November 14th.
Other times include Monday, November 9th from 3 until 7, Thursday, November 12th from noon to 4, Friday, November 13th from 9 to 4, and Saturday the 14th by appointment only. Get more details by calling 258-INFO. Authorities have identified the male victim of a shooting at a Billings neighborhood. The Billings Gazette reports the Yellowstone County Coroner's Office says an autopsy was performed on 42-year-old Sean Paul Allred on Monday. The Billings man died as a result of multiple gunshot wounds. No arrests have been made yet. And a 63-year-old Billings man has pleaded not guilty to negligent homicide in the shooting death of his neighbor. The Billings Gazette reports Jose Pedro Cobos entered his plea yesterday before District Judge Gregory Todd. Cobos has been charged with shooting and killing 52-year-old Mark Kirby October 10th. Gunshots penetrated Kirby's carotid artery, spinal cord, and jugular vein. Cobos remains jailed with his bail set at $70,000. Montana's strict 12-day sell-by date on milk is being reinforced at the end of November. By then, all stores must have all dual-labeled milk off the shelves. But the move has also caused one of the major milk suppliers to Montana to stop distribution here. Director of the Montana Milk and Egg Bureau, Dan Turcott, explains.
We have an out-of-state processor, Dairy Gold, that kind of determined that at their Spokane plant, they will no longer be able to do the dual date product, which includes a Washington date plus the Montana date. If a retailer wants to get Montana dated milk, they can get it from their in-state plant.
Turcott says the single sell-by date will help reassure that Montana milk is fresh and that rural buyers will have about a week to drink what they purchase. He also said the prices should be the same.
Plants in Montana, Dairy Gold and Medigold, have been assured there are distributors and what we call jobbers that will deliver milk to anybody that calls. And they've also stated that they can easily match any price that an out-of-state supplier was previously meeting for them.
Critics of Montana's milk law have said about 300 smaller locations, mostly convenience stores, will be affected. Shortages starting this week. Turcott says he's been assured by distributors on the eastern half of the state they can get Montana milk to stores that request it. An FBI agent says a Montana man spoke of burning down a courthouse and targeting law enforcement officers as he sought out high-powered weapons ahead of an anticipated war between the citizens of the U.S. and its government. FBI Special Agent Matthew Dumeyer testified yesterday as the trial of anti-government activist William Christopher Wolf began in federal court in Billings. The 52-year-old Gallatin County man has been charged with possession of a machine gun and failing to register a weapon. Authorities say he bought the illegal automatic sawed-off shotgun from an undercover agent for $725. Currently, the entire state of Montana is unified under a single area code, but the FCC has been in talks to bring in a supplement to the 406 number since 2011. Public Service Commission spokesman Eric Sell explains how a new number will work its way in.
We might have to integrate another area code either through a geographic split, where one area code's at one part of the state and another area code's at another part, or what's called an overlay, where any new phone number added would be under a different area code. We're hoping that we can push that off for as long as possible, but with more people moving to the state, it's just bound mathematically to happen.
The strategy the PSC came up with to prevent a new area code is called area code pooling, where in-fixed numbers like 543, 721, and 728 that aren't completely used in rural areas are used in more urban areas as well. Sell says the strategy is working.
The Commission took some action back in 2013 to require mandatory number pooling by phone service providers in the state. The result of that was to extend that forecast out to 2020, as the FCC has estimated. So we're really pleased that our actions push this out a little bit longer because we know the 406 is a sense of pride for a lot of people in the state of Montana.
Well, the obvious one is on this side of the state, it would be GRZ. On the eastern half of the state, it will be CAT. Easy. Newstalk time now, 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
A winter storm will impact southwest Montana tonight. We can expect mostly cloudy skies with a chance for a few rain and snow showers through tomorrow. Lows in the lower 30s with highs in the lower 40s. I'm meteorologist Mark Haka for KECI 13, your first alert station.